And I don't have any slides either, but I'm going to talk to you guys because we're going to get phygital. You guys know what I'm talking about? Phygital, physical, and digital. And that's where I think retailers need to be this holiday season and beyond. It goes back to what you're saying about Robin, about Gen Z and wanting experiences. I mean, you walked into the Gap 15 years ago and you walk in today, it's the same experience, is it not? So, I mean, who's doing retail right is my question to you guys in terms of actually getting your ass down to a store to purchase something. Just kind of putting it out there, taking a poll.
Yeah. Well,
Crickets.
oh, wait, there we got a hand. Tiago, what do you say? Who's doing it right?
Anybody have like a good Container Store? Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, I
So,
do.
so yeah, anyone?
You
You
go to
know, B&H
I go
is
to
pretty
Bloomingdale's
good.
every time I go to Manhattan, but that's because we live on an island, and where else are you going to go when you go to Manhattan?
Well, the
Yeah,
thing in
Target.
Manhattan,
I also get excited about Target because again, I live on an island, so yeah, Target always. But
Right.
I've been to
Okay.
really good Targets
Fair.
and really bad Targets, so it's not always quality
Target does it
control.
well. B&H in
Right.
New York does a great job of both information and making sure that you walk out of there happy. But New York, just to go to New York shopping right now, if you go into a CVS or a Dwayne Reed, everything's locked now because they steal
Right.
everything.
Right.
So you have to ask for your tooth. I had to buy toothpaste
I mean,
yesterday.
it's just shit show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a shit show. So really what I'm talking to my clients about, and I work with a lot of brands, I work with a lot of retailers, and I'm also in the experience design space, as Robin knows. I am all about digital and physical. And so I think what we're doing, I work with a retailer in the home decor space. We're bringing in a sexy Santa one night. We're doing champagne and chandeliers. We're getting people to come in to the retail shop and giving them an experience and a reason to come down. And I think that really that philosophy is where omni-channel happens. And so the kind of experience that you have in retail and the experience you have with a brand online, it should be fun. You should be engaged. It should not feel like what everybody was talking about when we just jumped on the call. Like, I just want to unsubscribe. I just want these people to leave me alone. Like, from a brand standpoint, that's not what we want to hear, right? We want people enthusiastic about, being a part of our community. And it's really about, building a community. So if you're a brand on this call thinking about how to build your community, I want you to think about a couple core things. Digital. Let's get physical. Let's get digital. Give them a reason to give a shit. Let's extend that to your social. So not just about, posting a sale, oh, whatever day of the year it is, and here we are. No one cares about any of that shit anymore. Let's be real. We want a community though. So I work with an ice cream brand and their goal is to really tap into ice cream enthusiasts. So there's some really cool channels that we can go and be a part of to really grow that audience. Reddit. I'm really bullish on Reddit right now. I'm loving TikTok stores. Something you talked about, Jennifer. I bought it on TikTok. I mean, we want the brands to be a part of that. And I know everyone's a little kind of hesitant about getting involved with TikTok because of all of it. But really, we're seeing performance there, and you got to go. I mean, my job is to get people to go where the audience is. So we're bullish on TikTok. We're doing Instagram stores. We're not only creating the content and talking about the products, but we're building a community around a brand. And then, oh, by the way, shop here. And that's the right way to do it right now. It should be more of a conversation. It should be more of an experience. So we're taking that approach when it comes to social. And I just pulled up some stats here that are kind of mind-blowing, actually. So global social commerce sales are projected to reach 2.9 trillion by 2026. 76% of consumers have bought a product they saw on a brand's social media post. So they're not even buying necessarily going to the store, not necessarily going to Amazon, but like just buying it right there in the post. I'm sure many of you have done that. So 65% of US consumers discovered new products via social posts they weren't originally interested in, interrupting the flow. And then TikTok social commerce grew 34.4% this year, reaching $53.1 billion. So we're really focused on how to extend sort of that experience to social and really get them transacting there. Now, that's not to say that we're ignoring everything else because we're omni-channel. So we're also looking at the direct-to-consumer website. And that's another point that I wanted to kind of make on the like looking for deals. A lot of times it's a lot cheaper to buy something direct on the brand's website than it is through any other channel, including Amazon. I mean, really, Amazon is not a race to the bottom in terms of price. You know that you're paying for convenience. You know it's going to be more expensive for the most part on Amazon. If you go direct to consumer on their website, a lot of times you can get a better deal. The other sort of, I guess, advantage of doing that is you can abandon your cart and you're going to get a series of other emails, which may or may not include a discount. So you can strategically, if you want to risk, something being out of stock, certainly you don't want to do it that way. But if you abandon your cart, I mean, I have like a team that all they do is these email marketing pieces, and they will trigger one, 3 weeks out from an abandoned cart, and then it might be a 15% deal if you're willing to risk it. So there are some tips and tricks that the brands are doing to kind of win your business, as you guys know. But if you are a brand and not doing any of this, you definitely should be. So, and then going back to some of the other deals and discounts we were talking about and thinking about, Black Friday. I do want to touch on Black Friday because I know Black Friday is now like 3 months long, but really there is very deep discounts on Black Friday itself. Usually they're about 24 hours. It can be anything from free shipping to a super deep discount to a BOGO, something like that. But usually the Black Friday itself does offer a good, a decent discount. So it is worth going back to what I was saying originally. We want you following the brands that you like. We want you opting into the emails of the brands that you like. We want you downloading, the store app, because there are some advantages as you build that sort of loyalty for yourself to get these, kind of discounts for like the VIP programs of the world. But then going back to what I was originally saying and having that phygital experience, we want, from the brand's perspective, we don't want to be noise. We don't want to be perceived as, oh God, these people again. Another annoying thing is when you buy something and you continually receive an ad, like a display ad or an email asking you to buy the thing that you just bought. So, that's kind of on the brand side to take care of that. But really kind of appropriate engagement from a brand side to a consumer, and then consumers opting into the brands that they actually want to follow is a good way to sort of set yourself up for getting the deals and discounts that really matter to you and the people that you shop for. So that's my spiel. Any questions? What are you guys seeing? What brands do you guys like?
Alfred says, they know I just bought pants. Don't try and sell them to me again. Yeah, and I buy baby gifts, but I don't want every baby company emailing me every day. So,
right.
But they are getting better, right?
Robin, if they were smart, they say, oh, you just bought pants. Do you need a belt? Do you need shoes to go there? We need a sweater to go that. Here's a sweater that goes with those pants.
Do you remember Amazon
should
had
know.
that product? It was called Amazon Wear. It was a camera, and it told you held up your sweater and put it on and said, now buy black pants and shoes, and it could put your outfit together. So Emily says Thrive Cosmetics. Emily, what do you
Tell me
think
more.
are a good example?
I love it.
I like them too.
Let's see. They're really pretty. I don't know how they came on it was a wire cutter piece that talked to me about favorite mascaras. And I love the ones that it's tubular. When you take it off, it's just warm water. Tiff. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forget the brand that used to have it, but anyway, it kept flaking. Tried it.
She's walking on her desk treadmill. By the way, Roddy just said Emily's dancing, but she's walking because you said let's get phygital, Brandy, and she went, okay, I better do that. I love that background too.
Yeah. Great background. And Thrive, you don't feel that they send you too many emails once you buy from them? You feel like it's kind of just right?
Great call. They do. They're over marketing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their stuff's really pretty and it's not too expensive and the quality's been good.
And Roddy just said, why do, like, he buys lenses. He's the DP and better of my half here. But he just asked, and it was on the mic a little bit there, but he said, I buy a new lens and then I get 1,000 ads for that new lens. We all go through that. We understand that. But Brandy, can you kind of explain what that is and why that happens? And it reminds me of when I write a story and it's in the New York Times or in USA Today, and then I get 20 pitches. Hey, if in case you're going to update that story or write it again, or like, no, you missed your window. But
so yeah, it's a terrible strategy is what it boils down to. I mean, the brands should not be doing that. We don't do that. We are very appropriate in how we engage, our customers. So, once a week is all you really need, to avoid the unsubscribes, because then it's the flip side. It's like, okay, we need to promote the shit out of this. And then, oh, by the way, people are unsubscribing. So you can't have it both ways, right? It has to be a delicate balance. And I feel like the brands that really get that are, the ones that you want to engage with, like a Thrive Cosmetics, although you said they are over marketing to you now. But, that's what you risk as a brand is if you are going to do those 25 emails a day, you're going to get people unsubscribing, and then you're going to lose that opportunity to continue engagement with them. The same with social media. There's a balance in terms of how often you post, what you post. No one wants to read anything anymore. I continue to see brands that just put up static posts, or hey, it's 4th of July. Yeah, we all get that. Like, that's not why I follow you, right? Build that community, make videos, like work. And then that goes back to what you're saying, Robin, with video shopping. Like literally, I have girls that work for me. They're 25. They look like they're influencers. They just work for me. They do all of this on behalf of a brand. And so it looks like, they're standing in their, living room, whatever, talking about the brand. We put it up there and people engage with that. It's because, and it also goes back to what you're saying, Alfred, with people looking for that human connection with your content. So I'm really pushing that with the brands, like stop just pushing product and start having a conversation of why people should give a shit about your product and have people talking about it. So I love it. I mean, we're at a really kind of interesting inflection point, with where brands, can connect with people and have more of a conversation.
Brandy, that's such a good point. That's exactly what I do from the opposite. Like I go and tell companies and marketers and that their messages, their messaging, over messaging to people is absolute crap. Like the messages that I get for all of these gadgets sound like a poorly written AI commercial half the time. And I always say, this isn't a cheap commercial. Like, tell me what this is, why I need it, communicate with me, have a conversation with me. And it's the pushback, especially from either underling PR folks, who are answering to marketing higher ups, or, engineers. It's such an opportunity to take all of that information and really change lives with it. And I constantly say, like before CES, I wish I could sit down with every one of the thousands, tens of thousands of people who are going to pitch me personally at CES and say, here's how to do it. Like, just give me all of your messaging that you have and that you're going to throw at me. Let me completely rewrite it for you. I'm excited to hear you say that. And I just wish that more companies were taking that on, and more of the communications folks in the companies would really hear that.
Right. Yeah. Often, I mean, there's no easy button for this. That's the thing. It's not like we're going to put this out there. If you build it, they will come. You have to have a strategy, and you have to have a conversation at the end of the day. And it's doing 10,000 things right, not just like one or two. And that's the challenge of it.